97.7. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Adventist World Radio Kumasi 97.7. You can also search and listen to us on Radio Garden. Now let's get to the headlines. Ghana's pension fund assets hits record 86 billion Ghana cedis in 2024. Police seizes 7 excavators in Ashanti region. Galamsey crackdown. .7. We are streaming live both on Facebook and on YouTube. Adventist World Radio Kumasi 97.7. You can also search and listen to us on Radio Garden. Now some of the headlines. Ghana's pension fund assets hit record 86 billion Ghana cedis in 2024. Police seize 7 excavators in Ashanti region. Galamsey crackdown. We'll also be hearing other stories. A Mason 58 years of age jailed 10 years for impregnating 17-year-old daughter. PP's Tamale Central pull out a strategic move by Awr Kumasi. And also, a Mason 58 years of age jailed 10 years for impregnating 17-year-old daughter. Now let's get to the details. The Kwabena Circuit Court has sentenced a 58-year-old Mason to 10 years imprisonment for having sex with his daughter. Joshua Bledy got his 17-year-old daughter pregnant, who has now given birth. The baby is 7 months old. Charged with incest, Bledy pleaded guilty. He appealed to the court to have mercy on him, saying the narration by the prosecution was true. The court convicted Bledy on his appeal and sentenced him to 10 years imprisonment after considering his age, premeditation of the act, and the fact that he did not waste the court's time by pleading guilty to the offense. Prosecution, which was led by Chief Inspector Gershon Togbe Achondo, told the court that the practice was becoming too common in recent times. Chief Inspector Achondo therefore prayed the court to hand down a harsh sentence to serve as a deterrent to other like-minded persons, as the offense was a cultural abomination. Chief Inspector Achondo said the complainant was a social welfare worker at the Gan East Hospital. The victim is a 17-year-old hairdresser apprentice who has a 7-month-old baby. Prosecution said Bledy was the father of the victim and was a victim and a resident of Musuku Kwabena in Accra. Investigation revealed that the victim went to the Gan East Hospital to deliver and had challenges with the payment of her medical bills, the court heard. The prosecution said the social welfare department at the hospital intervened and her bills were waived. However, inquiries were made as to who impregnated her, and the victim disclosed to the complainant that Bledy, his father, was responsible. The prosecution said the victim further stated that the accused had been having countless sexual intercourse with her since her mother asked her to live with him. A report was, however, made to the Kwabena Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, DOVSU, and a police medical report was issued for the victim to be examined at the hospital, based on which the accused was arrested. Also, Ghana's total pension fund assets reached an all-time high of 86.23 billion cedis in 2024, marking a 39.5% increase from 61.8 billion cedis in 2023. According to the 2024 Financial Factor Report, the growth was driven by stricter enforcement of mandatory contribution, increased enrollment, partial government settlement of arrears, and strong investment returns. Private pension schemes under Tier 2 and Tier 3 accounted for the bulk of the assets, rising to 63.88 billion cedis from 46.5 billion cedis in 2023. The Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT also saw its funds grow to 22.4 billion cedis, supported by higher investment gains and debt repayment. The report highlights a shift in investment trends, with reduced holding in government securities and increased interest in equities, collective investment schemes, real estate, and private equity. Benefit payments under the Basic National Social Security Scheme rose to 6.46 billion cedis in 2024, up from 5.46 billion cedis the previous year, underscoring the need for effective risk management in the sector. We are also hearing in other stories that the Special Anti-Galamsey Task Force of the Ghana Police Service has seized 7 excavators in a major operation against illegal mining in Ahweren, Bekwai municipality in the Ashanti region. The operation, requested by Chief of Ahweren, Nana Osei Bonsu, followed reports of miners working dangerously close to the St. Joseph Senior and Technical High School and Ahweren Methodist Primary and Junior High School. An initial raid confiscated 3 excavators, but the miners returned with new machines. A follow-up swoop led by DSP Karim Mahama and ASP Bawa Abdul Jalil resulted in the seizure of 4 more excavators. Although no arrests were made, the machinery has been moved to the Regional Police Training School in Kumasi for safekeeping and investigation. The incident has heightened concerns about the environmental and safety risk of illegal mining, especially near schools and communities. Now, former Enyasotuom MP Dr. Adomaku Kisi says the new Patriotic Party's decision not to contest the Tamale Central by-election is purely strategic, not a political favor. Speaking on Tuesday, Dr. Kisi explained that the party's internal review showed low chances of winning in the NDC stronghold, making it more sensible to invest resources in constituencies with better prospects. He stressed that the NPP is choosing its battles and avoiding the cost and challenges of a contest it is unlikely to win. The by-election, set to follow the passing of the Tamale Central MP, Alhaji Dr. Mutala Mohammed, was triggered by his death in August 6th helicopter crash in the Ashanti region, which claimed 8 lives. A statement from the NPP General Secretary, Justin Kodua Frimpong, confirmed the decision was approved at a National Steering Committee meeting on August 11. Now today, our international news is from Nigeria. 5 men face trial for the 2022 deadly Owo massacre church murder. Idris Omeiza, Al-Qasim Idris, Jamil Abdul Malik, Abdul Alim Idris, and Momo Otuho Abubakar have been arraigned before a federal high court in Abuja for their alleged role in the 2022
Adventist
massacre
World Radio.
at St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State, which claimed at least 50 lives and left over 100 people injured. The 5 men, charged under Nigeria's terrorism law, pleaded not guilty and were remanded in the custody of the Department of State Services. Judge Emeka Nwite adjourned the trial to August 19th. Court documents allege the suspects joined the East African terrorist group Al-Shabaab in 2021 and plotted attacks in central Nigeria, including a near mosque close to Owo. However, Al-Shabaab has not claimed responsibility for the June 2022 incident, and its presence in Nigeria remains unconfirmed. Initially, authorities blamed the Islamic State West African province for the assault, though the group has also remained silent. The trial is expected to test Nigeria's capacity to handle terrorism-related prosecution amid persistent insecurity and insurgent violence. Now here ends our news in brief on Adventist World Radio 97.7. We urge all our listeners to stay tuned even as we bring ahead the wonderful programs. Stephen Ejapon Frempon presented the news.